the Let's Master English podcast, and I'm your host, Coach Shane. Hello, everybody. It's time for another Let's Master English podcast with me, your host, Coach Shane. We've got a great podcast coming up today. We've got a story that might be a little bit scary. And then Country Shane comes at you with a fact. Of course, Country Shane's facts are always great, very popular. Then we have some cool songs, including one by Michael Jackson. We've got a little bit of weather action, talking about what my students have been studying. Today in History's coming up, along with another song expose. Now, this month, I'm doing another country song. It's called Crushin' It, and it's a great song. It's a funny song. So once again, I need your requests. If there's a song that you would like to learn about, please let me know. The email address is podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. PODCAST, podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. Just send me an email. You can also talk to me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, anywhere that you see me. Go ahead and leave a message. So after the song expose, we've got more great music, questions and answers, some shout-outs, some Patreon, and a fantastic song to end this podcast. So once again, because of the copyright, if you're listening on YouTube or Libsyn or Twitter, you won't be able to actually hear the songs on those places. So I apologize. If you have any questions, though, send us an email. Once again, podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. Oh, I like this beat. We've got Bruno Mars. It's actually not Bruno Mars. It's Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars with Uptown Funk kicking us off. Copyright restricted. When you speak English, do people understand you? Sometimes, yeah. I'm guessing for a lot of you, people might not understand you. They'll be like, what did you say? Are you speaking English? Oh, that's so embarrassing. It happened to me. In Korea, I was studying the Korean language and I was saying something and Korean people would look at me and just smile. They had no idea what I was saying. It's so embarrassing. So I really started to focus on speaking and pronunciation. And when I studied the Korean language, I realized there were 4 things I needed to master. 4 things that needed to be perfect. Number 1, pronunciation. You gotta have pronunciation. Number 2, intonation. In a sentence, which words are most important? Number 3, rhythm. You cannot just talk like English. You can't do that. Every language has like a rhythm, kind of like a song, and you need to find that rhythm. And finally, flow. You have to master flow. You need to sound like a human, not a robot. Hello, my name is Shane. My pronunciation is very good, and my intonation is good, and my rhythm is good, but I sound like a robot. Don't do that. So many people do. You need to sound friendly. You need to sound intelligent, and that is my speaking course. The speaking course is called PERF, for Perfect English, but the spelling, PIRF, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, and flow. Do not be embarrassed with your English pronunciation, with the way that you speak English. PERF is the class that is going to teach you how to sound perfect. I'm not joking. You can get some free lessons. I think it's 1 free lesson, maybe 2. I'm not sure. www.letsmasterenglish.com/free. Better yet, join us. And remember, students who join our PERF classes, even if you join the self-study program. At the end of the month, I host live classes for all of my students, so you can actually practice with me, ask me questions, and start speaking perfect English. Stop sounding silly. Start sounding perfect. Okay? Join Perf Guys. www.letsmasterenglish.com.
Where education and entertainment come together. Let's Master English. Do it.
A Six Flags theme park in Missouri is seeking contestants for a coffin challenge that will see them closed in a coffin for 30 hours. Six Flags St. Louis said its 30-hour coffin challenge, marking 30 years of its Fright Fest Halloween festivities, will see 6 contestants closed inside slightly used 2-foot by 7-foot coffins from 1 p.m. October 14th until 7 p.m. October 14th. Oh my God, do you guys understand this news story? This is crazy. This is something I would not be interested in. Okay, so America has 50 states. One of the states is called Missouri, okay? And Missouri, the big city, the famous city is St. Louis, Missouri, okay? It's right in the middle of the United States. Now, in the city of St. Louis, there is a theme park. Do you know what a theme park is? Theme, a theme park. Well, probably the world's most famous theme park is Disneyland, right? Have you heard of Disneyland? They have a Disneyland, a Disney World. There's a Disneyland in Paris or France. Is it in Paris? Yeah, I think so. I think there's one in Japan. I think there's one in Hong Kong. Yeah, so they have a couple of Disneylands. That's a theme park. So what's the theme? Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse and all those characters. Well, there are other types of theme parks too. And another theme park in the United States is called Six Flags. Okay? Six Flags. And you'll find the Six Flags theme park in many states in the United States. I don't think they have one in Chicago. In Chicago, near where I used to live, we had a different theme park. It was called Great America, and that was a lot of fun. So if you go to a theme park, what do you see? Roller coasters and other interesting, scary rides. They'll have lots of delicious food, and they'll have some performances, maybe parades and concerts. It's just a really fun day for especially the children, but adults can have a good time too, especially in the summer, right? Sure. So, there's a Six Flags theme park in St. Louis, Missouri. And we're coming up on October, right? And in the United States, we have a special holiday at the end of October. Do you know what it is? It's Halloween. Halloween, Halloween. Halloween is a huge holiday. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, kind of, right? We dress up in costumes, and traditionally, we would dress up as ghosts or witches or monsters, and then we would go house to house asking for candy. This is the idea as a child. But one exciting thing during Halloween, haunted houses. Do you know what a haunted house is? It's an old house in which ghosts live. So, in America, during the Halloween time, we make haunted houses. We try to make really scary houses, and then people walk inside the house, and it's just for fun, but sometimes it can be really scary, right? Okay, so in a haunted house, one thing you need is a coffin. A coffin, Coffin. Now, what is a coffin? Well, after you die, they put you in that, it looks like a big box. Well, we don't call it a box. We call that a coffin. Do you know Dracula? Yeah, I've come to suck your blood. Dracula likes to eat people's blood, right? Drink people's blood. Dracula, in the daytime, he sleeps in a coffin. And then at night, he comes out looking for blood. So this is the idea. Now, listen again to the first sentence. A Six Flags theme park in Missouri is seeking contestants for a coffin challenge that will see them closed in a coffin for 30 hours. Okay, so I think you almost understand. So we need to understand the word contestants. What is a contestant? A contestant is somebody who accepts a challenge. What is a challenge? A challenge is like a contest. Can you do something? So you guys are familiar with my daily dictation, right? So when I give you a daily dictation, when I give you the assignment, that's a challenge. I'm challenging you to do the dictation. If you accept the challenge, you are a contestant. However, I don't give prizes. I don't give a gold medal. I don't give a blue ribbon. I don't give money. So I'm an education. So I don't call you contestants. I call you students. But if you join a challenge and if you win and they give you money or a gold medal or a blue ribbon, that's a prize. If they give you a prize, you're not a student, you are a contestant. A contest. A person who joins a contest is a contestant. So the spelling, CONTESTANT. And of course, plural with an S. So now listen to it one more time. A Six Flags theme park in Missouri is seeking contestants for a coffin challenge that will see them closed in a coffin for 30 hours. Now do you understand? They have a contest. And the contest is you have to go inside a coffin and stay there for 30 hours. Oh my God, no way. So the next section here, Six Flags St. Louis said, its 30-hour coffin challenge, marking 30 years of its Fright Fest Halloween festivities, will see 6 contestants closed inside slightly used 2-foot by 7-foot coffins from 1 p.m. October 14th until 7 p.m. October 14th. And I think that's actually 1 p.m. October 14th to until 7 p.m. October 15th, the next day. Okay? So anyway, they're having a 30-hour coffin challenge. Why 30 hours? Because they're celebrating 30 years of Halloween parties. And what do they call their Halloween party at Six Flags. The name of the party is Fright Fest Halloween. Fright, F-R-I-G-H-T, scary. Fest, F-E-S-T. That's short for festival. Festival, which is like a party. Halloween. So this is their 30th anniversary of the Fright Fest Halloween party, and therefore they're having a 30-hour coffin challenge, and they want 6 people to compete. And talking about the coffins are slightly used. What? What do you mean used coffins? That's horrible, right? No, I think they're just joking. I don't think that they took a dead person out of a coffin. I think it's just a joke. The coffin size, 2 foot by 7 foot. So how big is 2 foot? So 2 feet is about 60 centimeters, and 7 feet is about 2.1 meters. So that's pretty big. For me, that would be comfortable. That would be comfortable. But do not close the coffin. Right? That's too crazy. That's too scary. And this is what they say. So what happens is you will go into the coffin, and they shut the coffin. They close the coffin. Don't worry. They do not put you underground, okay? You're on top of the ground. You're in a building. It's not going to be too cold. It's not going to be too warm. And every hour, they will give you a 6-minute bathroom break. So every hour, you can come out of the coffin and go to the bathroom. I don't know, get some coffee. I don't know, get a hamburger. And you can have a friend with you. Not inside the coffin, but outside. So you can talk to your friend while you are in the coffin. You can talk to them. And also, you can bring your smartphone. And they'll even have a charging station inside the coffin. So while you're in the coffin, you can use your smartphone and, I don't know, surf. It sounds really crazy. So what does the winner get? It's a contest, right? So the winner needs a prize. Now, the big prize is $300 cash. What? For $300? Oh, I don't think so. But also, everybody will receive, if you finish the 30 hours, everybody will receive a 2019 golden ticket, which means you can go to the Six Flags St. Louis theme park every day of the year for free. You can enjoy everything for free. So you can go to the theme park for free all during 2019. And one of the people will also win $300 in cash. Yeah. I don't know. For me, no thank you. I would not even want to lie in a coffin for 10 seconds. No thanks. What about you? Would you like to lie in a coffin and close the coffin for 30 hours? Could you do it? Could you survive? I know for sure. Me, Coach Shane, absolutely impossible. So check out the news one more time here. A Six Flags theme park in Missouri is seeking contestants for a coffin challenge that will see them closed in a coffin for 30 hours. Six Flags St. Louis said its 30-hour coffin challenge, marking 30 years of its Fright Fest Halloween festivities, will see 6 contestants closed inside slightly used 2 foot by 7 foot coffins from 1 p.m. October 14th until 7 p.m. October 15th. How you doing, everybody? This is Country Shane, and I'm bringing you the facts. Well, staying in a coffin for 30 hours? That doesn't sound too bad to me. I think I could do it. But I think Coach Shane said something about slightly used coffins. Can you imagine that? Well, check this out. In 1784, Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II, and he was over there in Europe, I think by Germany, somewhere over there. He wanted to save wood. Wood was very valuable. So he decided to start reusing coffins. Oh, yes. So if somebody died, they went to the funeral and they were put in a coffin. However, the bottom of the coffin could be opened, and the dead person would fall into the hole, and then the church would take the coffin and use it again. And they did this for about 6 months before the people said, "Hey, that coffin looks really familiar." And they found out that the Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II was reusing coffins. Oh my God! Be careful when you die, people. Make sure it's a new coffin. It's time for some weather, everybody. Today, the city of focus is Cadiz, Spain. And this is where Coach Miguel lives. An absolutely beautiful area. If you want to go on a vacation in Spain, go to Cadiz. Fantastic area. And maybe Coach Miguel will help you with some English too. Now, current temperatures, and I'm looking at this. What time is it? It's about 2 p.m. Sunday, September 30th, where I live by Chicago. And right now in Cadiz, it's 74 degrees. Ooh, that's really nice. They're having some light rain showers. It sounds really pleasant. This would be a great time to go take a walk in the evening with an umbrella. Sounds fantastic. The forecast is looking nice. If you like the sunshine, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday should be beautiful, sunny all day with daytime temperatures coming up to 83 degrees. That is absolutely perfect for a day at the beach. And again, Cadiz is full of wonderful beaches. Nighttime temperatures going as low as 65. Once again, very, very nice. You can wear shorts and t-shirt in 65-degree weather, but you might want to have a light sweater too. Coming up on the weekend, the first weekend in October, more rain showers. So if you're planning a trip to Cadiz, make it during the middle of the week and enjoy that fantastic weather. Time for my student roundup, and I'll be talking about the DDM VIP students first. And by the way, DDM VIP and Perf VIP will be closing for the rest of the year. So the students who are in VIP now, don't worry about it. You're safe. Lessons continue. But if you're thinking about joining DDM VIP or Perf VIP, you better do that before the end of October, because for November and December, we're not accepting new students. We're closed, we're filled up, and that's going to happen in October. I don't know exactly when. I think October 22nd or something like that. DDM and Perf VIP will close. And by the way, if you're interested in joining both DDM and Perf VIP, we do have a fantastic discount available. Just send us an email, help@letsmasterenglish.com or podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. So right now, for my DDM students, we're in the middle of a 2-part assignment where we are discussing the flat earth theory. Yeah, I'm serious. There are surprisingly many people who think that the earth is not round, that it is actually flat. Yeah, so we're studying about this. We're learning about these people. Are you one of those people? I'd love to hear from you, definitely. I think, however, I'm not sure. I believe all of my DDM students believe that the earth is round. Me? Yes. Yeah, I'm quite certain that the earth is round. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure. Also, we're studying part of a Seinfeld episode where we got some great stuff happening. 4 main characters, George, Elaine, Jerry, and Kramer. And so we study these guys every Monday lessons. And it's such a fantastic lesson because we get to hear real English, normal speeds, everyday conversations. It's a fantastic way to start mastering your listening skills, to learn how those Americans speak, understanding the cancellation and pronunciation, the linking sounds, but also so much in culture and expressions and even some grammar. Also for DDM VIP students, we have a speaking challenge and a writing challenge. So DDM VIP is a great class. Now, moving on to Perf. Oh my goodness. So I'm looking at the current assignment, which is Perf 183. Very difficult assignment. And I'll go ahead and read the top part here. Perf 183. How about telling a story? The story that you are going to tell is really simple. It's about love. Love. Sounds boring, right? Well, not the story you are going to tell. In fact, I imagine this story might make you go crazy because this story is basically a really long tongue twister. It is. It's a tongue twister. It's a story about love, and the focus of the story, of course, we're talking about love, but it's more about pronunciation and the R-L combination. Do you want me to read the assignment? I don't know if I should do this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it, but I'm going to read it really fast, okay? So listen carefully. This is what the students have to master. So you're getting some secret information here. Here we go. I knew a guy named Earl who was after a girl named Pearl, but Pearl was Merle's girl and Merle had big muscles like burls on a tree. Still, how Earl longed to twirl and then unfurl Pearl's curls. Earl's sister Shirley liked big burly Merle, so she dressed very properly and acted very girly and nearly got Merle, but Pearl, she surely made Shirley pay dearly. In a hurly-burly quarrel, Pearl bitterly hurled Shirley to the ground. So that's easy for me to say. But I know for my students, it's a nightmare. So yeah, this Perf assignment was not only telling a story, but really focusing on pronunciation. And that's the idea of Perf, P-I-R-F, pronunciation, perfect, proper American pronunciation, intonation, which words to stress in a sentence, rhythm, how to group words together, when to breathe, when to pause, and flow, how to sound like a real native American English speaker, a really good speaker. So that's the idea of Perf. So there you go. There's a little bit of a DDM and Perf roundup for DDM VIP and Perf VIP. I think it's time for another song, don't you? Yeah, so we're talking about the weather a little bit ago. And in Cadiz, it's raining right now. The next weekend, it's going to be raining. So if you don't like the rain, if the rain is causing you problems, then what you need to do is blame it on the rain, which is a song by Milli Vanilli. Enjoy it.
Copyright restricted.
Today in history, September 30th in 1659, Robinson Crusoe is shipwrecked. Do you know the story about Robinson Crusoe? What a fantastic story. I loved it. If you don't know it, look it up. It's a book by Daniel Defoe, and I'll spell his name, Daniel, D-A-N-I-E-L, Defoe, D-E-F-O-E, and the name of the book is Robinson Crusoe. Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-S-O-N, Crusoe, C-R-U-S-O-E. Absolutely loved the book, and if you read it, I think you will too. In 1846, a dentist, for the first time in America, used an anesthetic called ether to extract a tooth. Oh boy. See, this is why many people don't like dentists, because they cause great pain. They remove our teeth. But believe me, in 2018, going to the dentist is nice. Before 1846, if you went to the dentist and they removed your tooth, they just went in your mouth and took it out until it broke off. Oh, God, can you imagine the pain? Oh, no, thank you. Please give me a shot. And a sad event on this day in 1955, James Dean, the American actor, and he's such a famous guy from the movie Giant and Rebel Without a Cause. Yeah, he died today at the age of 24 in a car accident. All of that happened on September 30th in history. All right, everybody, it's time for the song expose, and this is one of my favorite songs. It's a really funny song by the country singer Brad Paisley, B-R-A-D, Paisley, P-A-I-S-L-E-Y, Brad Paisley, and the name of the song is Crushin' It, and the spelling C-R-U-S-H-I-N apostrophe I-T. So grammatically, it should be crushing, C-R-U-S-H-I-N-G, but the pronunciation is crushin', so they take off the G and they use an apostrophe. So, crushing it. This is an idiom. I am crushing it. We were crushing it. Let's crush it. What does it mean? What does this idiom mean? It means I am doing a great job. You are doing an excellent job. We are doing a fantastic job. So we're working really hard. We're accomplishing our goals. We're doing what we need to do. Everything is going excellent. So my wife and I, we're crushing it. We're doing great. Everything we're planning on doing, everything we want to do, things are happening wonderfully. My team, oh man, yesterday they crushed it. They did an excellent job. They performed perfectly. They won the game. Everything was great. Okay? So this is what the idiom of crushing it means. Now, in the song, it's kind of different, which makes it really funny. So let me start by reading the first section. The guy says, I sure could use an attaboy or a big old high five. I'd love to hear You're killing it, dude. Yeah, it's been a long time since I hit one out of the park or nailed it, as they say. I guess I've been in a dry spell, but that's about to change. Okay, so what is this guy talking about? So it's very sad. His life these days, for a long time, he just hasn't been successful. Nothing is going well. If something good happens, people will sometimes give you a high five, right? Hey, good job! And they give you a high five. Or people will say, attaboy, attaboy. That means good job. Yeah, attaboy, spelling A-T-T-A-B-O-Y. Attaboy, attaboy. It means good job, nice job, way to go. High five. Or sometimes we say, wow, you are killing it, dude. You are doing a great job, man. So the first three lines of the song, I sure could use an attaboy or a big old high five. I'd love to hear, you're killing it, dude. Okay? So in other words, I want to hear somebody say to me, please, somebody say, attaboy. Somebody say, you're killing it, dude. Somebody give me a high five. But nobody does. It's been a long time since I hit one out of the park. Since I hit one out of the park, that's a baseball expression. It means since I hit a home run, but in daily English and daily life, since I did a good job. It's been a long time since I did a good job. My life is just too boring. Nothing exciting happens. No big success. Every day is the same. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Instead of saying, hit one out of the park, that's a baseball expression, meaning a home run, meaning successful. Another expression is nailed it. I nailed it, which means I did it perfectly. I hit it perfectly. I've been in a dry spell. Another excellent expression, to be in a dry spell. That means there hasn't been any rain. So imagine you're a farmer and you have a field of corn. You need rain so that the corn can grow, so that you can become a successful farmer, right? But if there's no rain, the corn is not going to grow and you're not going to be successful. So in the weather, when we have a long period of no rain, we call it a dry spell. And we can use that expression in our lives too. If you have a long period of nothing happening, nothing fun, nothing exciting, nothing successful in your life, you can say, yeah, I've been in a dry spell. It's kind of sad. But you know, we all experience a dry spell. Believe me, oh my goodness, I had a really long, multi-year dry spell. Yeah, but hopefully never again. My goodness. Yeah, so it's really sad. But then he says, but that's about to change. Uh-oh. So all of this bad luck is about to change. He's going to have some good luck, meaning he's going to be crushing it. He's going to be doing great. How? Let's find out. Because every week has a weekend. That's right. So during the week, when we say in America during the week, we think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we say weekend, we think Saturday, Sunday. So during the week, we work. On the weekend, we rest. So listen again. Every week has a weekend. By this time Friday night, I'll be done with my third can of cold Bud Light, and I'll be crushing it. So, during the week, I will not have any success. I know. But every week has a weekend. At the weekend. What is the beginning of the weekend? The beginning of the weekend is Friday night. So at this time, on Friday night, I will be done. I will be finished with my third can of cold Bud Light. Now, Bud Light is a beer. If you follow me on my newsletter, do you see that blue can of beer that I always drink? That's Bud Light. Okay? So in the next newsletter, maybe I'll go ahead and add a picture of me crushing it. So listen to this. So right now I have a can of Bud Light, and I know you can't see it, but I'm going to take it right now, and I'm going to drink it, and I finished drinking it, and now I'm going to crush it. Yes. Did you hear that? I think it might have been too loud. I just crushed the can between my hands. I took my hands and I crushed the can. So, I'm crushing it. Am I successful? Well, no, but anyway, I'm still crushing it. So, we have the idiom to be crushing it, meaning to be successful, to accomplish something. This guy is not successful anywhere except in drinking beer. This guy is a champion beer drinker. And when he drinks beer, when he successfully finishes a can of cold Bud Light, he crushes the can. Yes! And the song goes on to talk about his miserable life and everything. But then he continues. Do you want a drink? Like a margarita? Well, I'll get some tequila and ice, and I'll be crushing it. And now he's talking about taking the ice and crushing the ice for the drink. So he has a beer in one hand and crushing ice in the next hand. It's pretty crazy. And then he describes how he crushes the can. And he says this: when I'm finished with my can, I can stomp it with my boot. So I can step on the can and crush it with my boot. I can crunch it with my fist. I can take my fist and hit the can and crush it. I can smash it on my forehead. I can put the can on my forehead and crush it. Oh yeah, I'll be crushing it. I'll be crushing it. So this is just a silly song. However, if you've had a long week and you're tired and you feel like you have not been very successful, maybe it's been a boring week, nothing good has happened, you're kind of frustrated. Well, if you enjoy Bud Light, and it doesn't have to be Budweiser, it can be a Coca-Cola or something else. After you're done, after you finish your beer, your Coke, take that can and crush it. And then tell everybody, yeah, I'll be crushing it. I'll be doing a good job, everybody. Brad Paisley. Enjoy the song. It's called Crushing It. And by the way, in the song, he talks about another really famous American country singer. And that guy's name is George Strait. So we're going to listen to Brad Paisley's Crushing It, followed by George Strait singing Here for a Good Time. Enjoy the songs.
Copyright restricted.
It's time for questions and answers. And today we only have one question. I guess you guys know all the answers to everything. That's wonderful. Well, we have one very modest and very hard studying student, Marco. Marco is in both DDM VIP and Perf VIP. He's preparing to study in the United States. He's from Mexico. And I have to tell you, Marco studies very, very hard, and his improvement has been amazing. I'm very, very pleased with the hard work that Marco is doing in our classes. And he's got a great question. So check it out here. 3 words. I'm going to spell it so you guys can write it down or think about it. The first word, P-O-O-R. Okay? The second word, P-O-U-R. All right? And the third word, P-O-R-E. So, what's the pronunciation difference? Are they all pronounced the same? Or should they be different? Especially for ESL students, what should we do? It's a really great question. And you know what? Many Americans will pronounce those words the same. However, I do have a very good recommendation for you guys as ESL students. And once again, P-O-O-R, poor, poor, poor. P-O-U-R, poor, poor. P-O-R-E, also poor. So the word P-O-O-R, poor, believe it or not, some people do say poor. Poor people. Actually, a lot of people say poor. P-O-O-R. Some people pronounce it as poor. It's not wrong. Okay? It depends on where you live, you know? So, and I know guys, like the lady across the street, I know she says poor. Poor people. That's a long double O. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Poor, poor. However, I know there's another guy in town who says poor. Poor people. Poor people. So even in the same town, people might have a different pronunciation. My recommendation for you guys, keep the long double O pronunciation. I recommend that you say poor, poor, poor. And the other 2 words, P-O-U-R and P-O-R-E, say poor, poor. Okay? So, pour the man some coffee. Pour the man some coffee. P-O-U-R. Pour the man some coffee. That family is very poor. That family is very poor. They don't have much money. P-O-O-R. My skin pores are blocked. My skin pores are blocked. P-O-R-E, and I used plural, P-O-R-E-S. So once again, P-O-U-R and P-O-R-E, make those sound the same. Poor, poor, poor. P-O-O-R, I recommend for you guys to say poor, poor. But don't be surprised if you hear an American say poor. Thank you very much for the question, Marco. I think it's time for another song. And this is 50 Cent with 21 questions. Oh, my God.
Copyright restricted.
All right, great music, great stuff. Now, you guys, I'm going to give you the addresses where you can listen to this podcast, where you can send me an email, where you can see me. So listen up. But first of all, I need to do some shout outs. I need to say hello to the people who left me messages. And I'm going to introduce your YouTube name or your Facebook name. And I just want to say thank you to iDrink007, to Jackson Pereira. Thank you. To, everything's in Russian, but it looks like Anna something, and then it's in Russian. Yeah! Dahir Said, thank you very much. Is it Lilu or Leilu C? Welcome back, thank you. Susan Galan, thank you. DL9 Register, thank you. Is it Gemma or Gemma? Rodriguez Villegas, thank you. Wilson Alonso Geraldo Kichan, I hope my pronunciation was okay, thank you. Gamsaveng Sengdala, I love it, thank you. Isaac, is it Isaac or Isaac? Isaac Lee. I'm a super fan from China. Thank you. WWE Dangal. Now, he asks a question. Tell us about 11 and 10 USA subjects. I don't know what the question means. I'm sorry. To Kyle Sousa. What about the transcript? Yeah. So all of my students, my DDM, Perf, Action English, LME students, I do give them a transcript, and also to the Patreon members, I do give them a full transcript. But for you guys, for the people who are, just listening on YouTube and stuff, I don't have a transcript available for you guys. However, go ahead and upload something. If you listen to it and you hear a section and you do the dictation, please do that. Please share that. That would be great. Gulnara 1986A, thank you. Little Pivon, merci beaucoup. The podcasts are back. I'm so glad. I love it. And Little Pivon says, I like temperate climates. Actually, Little Pivon, I like cold Arctic climates. Halima Lima, welcome back. Linux Tov, welcome back. Lots of welcome backs. Thanks, guys. Beep, 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 beep. So, Success English is also your channel? Yes, it is. It is also my channel, but that's a very old channel. Jack of all trade, IELTS student. We have a lot of IELTS students in my classes, Jack. And Mr. Vol 10. Now, these are the people on YouTube. I have 3 more people on Facebook. Ken Din, love it. Thank you, Ken. Gonzalo Fuentes Reo. Thank you very much, Gonzalo. And then, here we go. I'm your DDM student, Hajime Natumi. I was going to say everything's written in Chinese characters, but yes, this is my DDM student. Welcome back to Country Shane. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Sorry. Hajime Narumi. There you go. So, Hajime Natumi spelt it wrong and then respelt it. That's okay. These things happen to me too. One more person I need to mention is Leshenko Vasilina, who is also one of my students, one of my great students. And hi, Coach Shane. I'm looking forward to the new podcast with an explanation of an American song. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great song. Once again, Crushing It by Brad Paisley. Thank you all to everybody who has left a message. If you would like to leave a message, you can do so in many different places. On Twitter, twitter.com/Coach Shane, CoachShane. On Facebook, facebook.com/ESL Coach Shane. Okay, ESLCoachShane. You can leave a message on YouTube, and I have many different YouTube channels, so you can see all of the channels, all of the YouTube channels, if you go to www.letsmasterenglish.com/TV, and that will show you all the different YouTube channels that we have. Now, I would love your help, your support, and you can do it very easily by going to patreon.com/Coach Shane. The spelling patreon.com com/Coach Shane, CoachShane. Okay? So for Patreon members, people who support me, I allow you guys to download the podcast. You can listen to it. I upload it to a place called box.com. And also you can download it. But in order to download it, just send us an email. Okay? Send me an email, podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. And so everybody in Patreon can listen to it. But if you want to download it, you need to send me an email, and then I'll give you permission. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a complicated system. I apologize for that, but please understand, all the Patreon members can download it. Also, all the Patreon members will get the transcript, the full transcript that we get from the internet. There might be some mistakes, but it's all for you guys. So thank you so much for your support. You can support me by, $1 a month is cool. $2, $4, whatever you can do, please help us out. The best way to support myself and my team is by joining the classes. And you can try the classes for free. www.letsmasterenglish.com/free. Sign up for the classes, get the classes. If you like them, join. Pretty much everybody likes them. It's a really excellent stuff. And we'll give you some free DDM classes. DDM are for listening. And some free PERF classes. PERF is for speaking. Okay? So enjoy those classes. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Once again, the email address, podcast@letsmasterenglish.com. If you're having any other problems, you can email help@letsmasterenglish.com. And that's pretty much it. It's the end of September. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Taking us out, the final song today is Green Day. And the name of the song is perfect. It is Wake Me When September Ends. Hey everybody, together, let's master English!